Something I discovered in this hobby is how repetitive and boring it is. It doesn't matter what kind of kit you build, you're either assembling track links on your toy tanks, making a bunch of tiny guns for your small boat, or mirroring the arms and legs on your mobile suit action figures. It's always something boring like that and is debatable if the results are even worth the effort. I need something fun, something easy, something morally flexible. Luckily, I found something that checks all those boxes and costs less than $2. That's right, I bought a toy car, specifically a Honda City Turbo 2. First step, tear it out of the cardboard. For those of you who keep the packaging, congrats on your premium cardboard collection. Truly a bold investment in printed paper and self-restraint. Meanwhile, I'm over here committing plastic liberation. I don't care about the brand, the resale value, or what some future collector thinks. If it's mine, it's getting freed. Now that the Honda City is free from its cardboard prison, we can begin desecrating it. The most important details will be the front and rear lights. For comparison, here's a 1/57 scale Tomica Honda City for inspiration. The Hot Wheels scale is better, but the Tomica actually bothered to have details. But that's fixable. All it takes is a little effort, a steady hand, and zero respect for keeping things mint. If you can afford it, I'm firmly in the M2 and Majorette camp. They at least respect you enough to use screws for interior access instead of that cursed mushroom pin. I can't even put into words how much I hate that thing. Any premium diecast should come apart with screws, period, especially if they're too lazy to paint the interior properly. Instead, I'm left no choice but to crack it open myself and correct their corner cutting. First, I try a drill, but after about 4 minutes of suffering, I realize the frame is plastic. So I ditch it, grab the Dremel because I'm too lazy to do this the right way, and cut the frame in half. Now that the car is stripped, we can start painting it. If this were a normal project, I'd spray primer and try to make something original and respectable. Luckily, it's not, so we're leaving the exterior mostly untouched. It looks like Hot Wheels crammed 3 little Honda bikes into the back seat of the City. But the molding is so rough, most people probably wouldn't even recognize what they're supposed to be. It also comes with the iconic Hot Wheels steering wheel command column, that one-piece plastic monstrosity stretching from dash to floorboard, which I'll be attempting to fix. Luckily, I picked this toy car up while I was out getting lunch. The place I went happened to have some small paintbrushes at the condiments area, so I made sure to grab a few knowing I'd need them later. For this project, I'm only going to use a few paints, since all we are doing is finishing the last steps Hot Wheels forgot to do right before they decided this thing was good enough and shipped it anyway. I like to do this on a color-by-color basis. Starting off, I'm painting the headlights and badge silver. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that was a Honda H badge, so I went a little too hard with it. On the rear, I hit the reverse lamps and rear badge. Then it hits me, I fucked up. So I quickly wipe the silver back off the front badge and redo it properly like nothing ever happened. Mistakes like this are common and easy to fix. I then do the interior, though you can't see a thing because my meaty claw is completely blocking the camera. Love that part where I document absolutely nothing. Eventually, I managed to reposition the camera like a functional adult and switch to gray. Not even sure if this is a factory color for the City, but feel free to let me know in the comments so I can ignore it. Next up are the little bikes. Unfortunately, my painting skills are somehow worse than the mold quality, so at this point I'm basically guessing what I'm looking at and hoping it counts as progress. I hit the tires with a black Gundam marker, because if nothing else, black hides sins. I then line window trim with the marker, which comes out okay. Using some dark yellow, I paint the middle bike. No idea if that's accurate, but feel free to fact check me on that as well. Now we're at the final step, reassembly. Just look at that absurd level of detail. Half of it is basically decorative nonsense anyway. Luckily, most of it gets swallowed by the scale, so 90% of people would have no idea what they're even looking at. Hot Wheels really might be the worst offenders when it comes to 1/64 interior detail accessibility, but at this point we're past caring. Snap it all back together. Let's see how it turned out. If you were expecting proper cinematography, you're in the wrong place. But now it's got more than one color in the interior, actual defined lights, and just enough effort to pretend it was always meant to look like this. This took me about 30 minutes, and honestly, for the amount of effort I put in, it's finally earned its spot next to the rest of my 1/64 scale shit boxes. Because when you're not staring directly, you might think it's worth $8 instead of under $2.